finicking around with his...
We'll never know who's going to win now. Even though I didn't say who was... Well, it's not heads or tails. I don't know what it is. I don't know where this coin's from, actually. It was just on my desk, but... Got a language on it I do not understand.
That's not a surprise. That just tells us it's not a British coin.
Oh, no, wait, never mind. It does say underneath. It says United Arab Emirates. So there you go.
The UAE.
I imagine I got this coin in Dubai.
Well, we've learned something new. Tom got his coin in Dubai, and that is the question we came here to answer today, folks. For those of you who came to watch, there's the result. So we're going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for watching, and hope...
So for people, if you do have a coin like this, it landed on on the side with the writing on it, not the side with the three like towers. So it's the side with the writing. So that's who's going to win this game. If that helps.
I don't think it does, Tom. I don't think it does. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to just find out
your
by
house
watching.
on the team with the writing.
Tom's betting advice. It's reliable. Almost as reliable as Dingo's. There we go. It's Papy Chulo. They haven't checked under wood. They haven't checked under wood. And they get punished. You know why? Because they didn't check under wood. Well, that's a whiff. Rue's gotten 3 before going down.
He got a third. Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Still a 2v2, which kind of says that the rest of the team didn't do that great, but... Who knows? Maybe Kaz could hold on. Oh, he can. That's very nice. Couple of headshots to close out the round. Checkmate, take the pistol. Now, I'm hoping for Checkmate, their CT side of this map will be... I was going to say slightly better, but I want to see a world of difference, because this is not a train. This is not a map where I can accept that you don't really know what you're doing. This is Mirage, one of the most popular maps within the whole of Asia, a map which Asia has pretty much come synonymous with. So, yeah, you have to know how to play Mirage if you're going to be playing within this region. Nice shot from Blitz to start, though. We've been seeing some pretty tasty FAMAS shots, which, I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable. It's like, I shouldn't enjoy this, but I do. Like some of the videos that Dinko watches.
Oh, well...
Hawker's videos, of course.
Exactly. Oi, oi, bruv! It's your boy Hawker here. His intros are
I'm from Essex as well, which it's sort of like an embarrassing family member. Just like, oh, stop. Stop. Sorry, uncle, you don't have those moves. You can't do that.
And my uncle also made some moves, but let's move on. A 4 versus 2 as Bren had managed to pick up the bomb, but moving it towards one of these sites is going to be pretty tough. 3 players stacked up around this A site, and I think trying to get into it is almost an insurmountable task. The FAMAS they've picked up without armor, still only good for a couple of bullets before you get return fire on. You can see there the SMG shuts down unarmored opponents pretty damn well. So we conclude things with 4 players left alive for Checkmate, which is pretty solid. You know, as far as second rounds go, losing 1 player is reasonable. Now, though, they get the opportunity to play this as a bonus. But Kaz, he's gone head first into this one. He's taken an op.
Yeah, I guess that's something that's quite common. Is like if you are the AWPer and you don't you need that rebuy, you normally just go straight in for an AWP. It gives you a much higher chance of winning the round. Also, something that Bren are very unlikely to have. So, although you're weaker in some aspects, it adds in an added strength. Hawk, though, has pretty much given up this site almost instantly. He's accepted that this is going to become a retake, and the T's are going to get an after-plant position with no trouble at all. They've got to kill this man in connector, and hey, if Pro's going to slow walk through a smoke, that makes it quite easy for them.
It's certainly... Oh, my God.
Okay. Have we got a third man to walk through the smoke? Come on.
2, looking for 3,
And
3.
Yeah,
looking for 3 for the... no one taking the 3, and they're going over the... And sold to just 2 players. But the others are going to be wide swinging. Witt's not able for much. I mean, he was in a 1 versus 4, so I can respect the need to play that little bit more aggressive when he couldn't cover the bomb. So we will go 3-0 Checkmate up in the lead. They were close to winning the previous map one where they'd been 16-2 before, and it was 16-14 in the end after an atrocious CT side, and a little bit better here. They play retake, they get back into the site, but I can't say it was all too much down to things they did right, more so down to just sheer stupidity. It's not even like there was... No, wait, there was a flash, wasn't there? They flashed through that and then it just went too deep.
Potentially. There was a flash, but I think the only person it caught was Papy Chulo, so take that as you will. Always like this, a faster boost up that also doesn't make a sound. That's one of the main issues. It's not quite as fancy as, you know, the little, like, the jump you can do off the back of the truck, which I have landed a total of 0 times. Here we go. Root, that's 1. Should probably fall back, but he's going for no scopes. Didn't work for danking. Doesn't work for you either, Root. And that's a free AWP, which, well, that's the best type of AWP. Techno, though, he's managed to sneak his way through. That's incredible. 4 kills. Damn.
What?
This youngster has talent.
What? What was that, man? He's spinning around like crazy. It looked like... I don't even understand what I've just witnessed, Tom. Oh, if there's not a replay of that, I'm leaving.
Don't put a replay up.
Oh, we don't have a replay?
Bye, Mitch.
God damn
Bye,
it.
see you later.
I'd rather see a replay than this round, to be honest, because that was one of the most amazing little 1v4 fights that I've ever seen. And again, just hammers home the point that Techno is absolutely nuts at this game. God tier stand-in.
We've said it quite a lot, but for anybody who wasn't here for previous things, maybe you're here for the Tiger versus Vici final coming up. Techno is 16 years of age, Mongolian youngster who is... Well, I think for all 4 of us, if you're picking a player that's pretty much been your favorite throughout, I think he's up there.
It's a stand-in as well, which is what gives him the extra points.
I think for Dinko, it's probably somebody. I know he's a big fan.
No, no, Dinko loves Wang.
Oh, of course. How could I forget? How could I forget?
If there's one thing that anyone knows about Dinko, it's that he loves Wang. And this was established. But of course, for anyone that was there for the last game which Wang played in, I mentioned that Dinko plays with Wang, but that was wrong. It's actually a completely different player. I'd seen him in the lobby with him. It's actually a completely different player. What I was saying was that he played with Wang, the professional player, which was wrong. He plays with his Wang. So that's, you know, just to clear that one up.
Oh, an aggressive stance for Kaz, and he's going to fall. How do they seem to get so far into these rounds? This was some deagles at a hero AK for Derek. I feel like this is their best buy. It's like he knows that they need to win it, so he just wins it for them. Pros now found a deag on Taru, and well, all the positives we've just had are gone, completely diminished. Techno 5K.
Asking a little bit too much there, Tom. Sees the
He
barrel.
needs to double his kills. He hasn't died yet, you know. What this?
Patience on this guy. He's just gonna wait for the walkthrough.
He's got 6 seconds a kill.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, he's not being rewarded.
Damn you, Pappy.
How dare he? Honestly, how dare Pappy do that to him? To our boy. Yeah, so just to add to that though, Techno is a stand-in which sort of bumps him up even higher in our expectation. Not our expectations, sorry. It bumps him lower in our expectations. It just... What's up?
I don't know why, but it just came to my head. I was like, I wonder what Papy Chulo means, like if you translate it. So I typed in Google Translate and it came up with Spanish.
Okay.
In Spanish, his name translates to Pimp Daddy.
So he's not just a pimp. He's the daddy of the pimps. I respect it.
Obviously he's. I don't know. He's not Spanish. I don't know if they. What are the languages spoken? Oh, that's made my day. Languages in the Philippines. Language is Blair. Obviously, the main language is Filipino. I wanted to see if they spoke Spanish as well. Come on.
Think they just speak English and Filipino?
Yeah, they speak English and Filipino.
Yeah. Huh. Speak English very well.
What happens if I translate it from Filipino?
Oh.
Is that even an option?
Now we're talking.
Don't think that's an option on Google Translate. Step up your game, Google.
Well, it must be an option. What are you talking about?
Not on there.
To English. Filipino to English. Are you trying to spell Filipino PH?
Potentially.
You moron.
Ah, you're correct.
It says
Right.
translate from Spanish.
Ah. Well, I'm calling him Pimp Daddy anyway.
Wouldn't be the first man you've called that, Tom, I will say. Well, Papy Chulo, oh man, he is definitely dishing out some spankings on this one. Look at this. 5-3, and it's a 3K from Papy. I love it.
Well, 5-3. Bren slowly bringing this one back. It was a good start for Checkmate, but obviously the round off the back of the pistols was... Yeah, well, if I said at the end of this series, the round... You know, that round that they lost to the pistols, there'd be a fair few that might come to mind. So it's been a plague for Checkmate. We're going to see if they can now break back from that. No AWP. They were running a double AWP not too long ago, but they can't afford it into this round. I won't say I've not been particularly impressed by their double AWP. In fact, it seems like, especially with Rue, like his aggression into the apartments was just silly. Luckily, in that case, his teammates managed to rectify it. Gonna see the CTs again. They're gonna go for some mid-aggression, trying to be proactive. I don't have an issue with that, but Papy Chulo, instant headshot, a second in fact. He's come to play today. Well, Derek is gonna find another one onto Hawk. That's the A side completely under the T side's control. Now, Checkmate. Trying to come back into this. Kaz does well to at least find one. It seems like Rue is still convinced that there's somebody in the B apartments. He's not far off. There is someone in CT, but he's probably going to run straight to be expects Derek. And even with the dink, it's not quite enough. Round done. Kaz has no choice but to try and save. And the T's, not only is their money booming, but they're now bringing this one back.
I'm quite happy about it, to be honest, because things were looking very flat from Bren. I was hoping we'd see them step it up, and of course it's Pimp Daddy that manages to get all the work done. But speaking of which, he's just been taken down. No one else able to get in there in time, so the weapon to be saved over, and it's obviously cost Bren a little bit, but the money is booming for the T side, so I don't think they'll be crying about it for all too long.
Oof. Absolutely ridiculous from Techno. Thank you, PGL, for bringing that one back. Here we go. Pistols, the 4 Deegs. The prophecy has been foretold. Unfortunately, the prophets were Mitch Van and Jason Kaplan, so not going to be something that continues too far into the future.
I consider
about
myself
as accurate as the world ending in 2012, I would say.
Consider myself a modern-day Nostradamus. That is to say, I talk shit and somehow it works out okay for me. For Checkmate, should be 5-5, which is upsetting. They've allowed Bren to get back into it for them, obviously, not for Bren. The way things generally work, Tom, it's bad for one team, good for another. That is competition at its finest and at its core. But one team will walk away with a win in this round. That is for sure. It's the only thing I can say for sure. That's what I've learned over these last couple of days. But when you look at Bren, their money is stacked up high. They've also started this very confident play when they're coming up against that weaker buy, which is rushing down middle and taking fights. So we've seen that a couple of times from them, and already when we get into this round, Wits is doing the same. He's swung out wide on mid, he's taken down Kaz, winning out the opping duel, not something that I think has been too typical of Wits in this series so far. And oh, they've heard the player in connector, he is dead. Blitz tipped off the Molotov, and that's gotten him killed. Checkmate, well, they are just getting absolutely ham sandwiched.
Orc. He at least manages to get one back. Techno's aggression into the apartments. Just going back to see if he can check anything onto short. His initial aggression was probably the right play. A nice tap to kill off Derek, but ultimately Hawk's so low, he should get nothing here. And he will. And now Rue's just too far behind. I think they've got to stop fighting for mid, if I'm being brutally honest. Like, it's not something I suggest too often with teams, but they are losing that fight every single time. And it's great for Bren just taking those individual duels. Like, that's all they really need to do. And in terms of skill, I think we've handed this to them. That's been one of the weaker points of Checkmate, because their players just seem to be so random as to whether or not they show up. So play them on a more tactical level. Like, try and find some depth to your play. The problem is their only real aggression has come into mid. A couple of times we've seen apartments, but I wouldn't mind seeing them try and take Palace. What? Okay. Did he try? I guess he tried to fake out the sound and then run back into the smoke.
Maybe. There's the opening from Wits that we had. It was an attempted underpass aggression, in fact, from Blitz, who sadly wasn't quick enough on the Blitz. So, 5-6, Bren in the lead. Staggering number of rounds in a row at this point. And this mid control, they've stopped even using smokes, Tom. Obviously, they're against the pistol, so this is a perfectly viable strat. I hope that's not the case when the ops come back out. And they've ran into a deagle, giving Techno an opening duel. They do have to slow things down. I think they got to check themselves at this point, because it seems that little bit too confident if you're just charging forward individually like that. Oh my god. That came close.
Oh no. Oh, don't worry. Techno's got him dead to rights. It's left onto Papy Chulo. Nowhere near the action. Don't know if he was just heard. He might have been. No, I think Techno's still watching into middle. Might not expect anybody to come in this direction. That could be a free kill, and more importantly, the AK gone. But instead, he kills off the man afar, and Kaz is quick to trade. A big round off the back of the pistols. Checkmate right back in it. And it's weird. It seems like either side picks up momentum, but no one really seems to take the lead. Like, it was a 5-0 start, then 6-5 to Bren. Now we're back to 6-6. This is also an example of, like, playing an anti-eco round in a way that I'm not a big fan of. Like, there are no possibilities of trades. There's no real team play. That was just players initially pushing into mid, and then a few players, like, sort of sectioning off on other sides of the map.
It's one of the rounds where you're just feeling it, but at the worst possible time. You do not want to be feeling that one. Oh, well. Wits on the wide swing to Rue, looking to pull this one right on back. They're quite quickly, they're upping the pace in towards this site. Maybe a little bit too much for my liking, but they found both kills. Clearing out kitchen completely, and those players that are on ramp with the... Well, it doesn't matter. They've killed everyone. I was gonna say the guys on ramp with the bomb probably shouldn't push. Like, they'd wrap around, come spawn, plant on B. They just rushed out and killed the guy's site. And the one player on mid also pushed and killed. I completely disagree with the strategy. Like, look, at this point, look on the map. Why are they pushing? Why is he pushing mid? Why are they pushing ramp? I don't know. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. If they lose those 2 individual fights, which there's a decent chance they would, then they end up in a position where it's a 3v2 and the bomb is stuck alone on A. But it worked out because, of course it did.
Ooh, okay, Blitz. Okay, this is very aggressive. Looking to just fight all the way up top mid again. It seems to be that this has just become, again, a wingman. It's mid of Mirage. I don't know. It's peculiar. It's become an aim battle, an aim map, and now Derek's doing.
Oh!
What? Oh my god. Okay, I think we've had a few campaigns throughout this tournament. I've got a new one. It's Save Derek. Like, I don't know what, like, they're communicating in English, right? Or are they? I guess they all speak. They probably speak English. So let's.
They're all Filipino though, so why would they not call them Filipino?
That's true. I was thinking of one of the previous teams. It was Hotside that I was mixing them up with. But yeah, if he does speak English, let's save him. Save him.
And if he doesn't, screw him. How dare he?
And even if not, let's try.
Get him on sign language.
Or teach him English.
Thanks. Nah, sign language is easier. Which means they'll only be good on LAN.
Or they'll have to video call.
True. Someone's looking at the wrong screen. He's like waving his arms around. BB! Rotate! No, well...
They just have like bits of paper that they hold up. This should be an easy kill for Pro. Never mind, it's for Papy. Pro just lets him walk past. Orc. Oh no. Oh, okay. Corrects. He gets away with it. It's alright. As a chance, Derek is just looking to like hard carry this team at this point. He's taking duels that I don't necessarily agree with, but he's making them work, and it looks stylish. That one, not so much.
Well, Bren have managed to take it 9-6. Smoke falling a little bit late. But yeah, I have to say, all in all, a good performance from Bren. They were 5-0 down, and they come back and find 9. I did not see that coming, I'll have to say. Regardless of T or CT side, I think they're in a good position because of the momentum under their belt. You've got Derek showing up massively. Now, obviously, that's a little bit more reliable on the T side to win you rounds than it is on CT. But it's not like we've had particularly poor performances from these players in the last 10 rounds or so.
Oh, good start from Hawk. Opening pick going their way. Both teams have proven that the T side has been their forte, even when it comes to a map like Train. Wits is playing Ninja. He does actually have a kit. Doesn't have a smoke though. He's not gone full Ninja. Hasn't dyed his hair blue yet.
Oh, damn it, Tom. Well, they're winning all the fights. Papy Chulo, though. Pimp Daddy! Okay, Derek as well. Finding the headshots. There's a kit in play. They've got the time to do this. They haven't tapped the bomb, so they're not baiting anyone out into the open. Techno quick on the shot. And Derek! He has to stick it now. There's no time anymore. He's lost this one. That's, it's unfortunate. Oh, Techno? What? What? How?
Oh, look, USP.
What?
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
What was he doing? Did he actually think he was going to survive that? As soon as I saw him step forward, I knew he was dead. How did he not know?
Ooh, a piece of candy.
He could have gotten it after it exploded as well. Like, why would... Just step down. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm sad we didn't get to see him run into the bomb. just die.
Oh, a couple of deagles, a single flashbang. All right, Techno. All right. Eco-frag Hunter's here to play. Oh, that should be it. Eric's still alive, though. Always good for one. Well, it is going to be 9-8. CT side can now get a purchase. No AWP for either sides. Well, he does have like the shakiest aim I think I've ever seen. Did he aced that? Probably should have noticed that, Mitch. God, not paying attention.
I'm engrossed by this game, Tom. I don't know about you.
Honestly, I think this is better than the final. Right, who wants to... Oh, the job where Papy's about.
So, you look at Bren at the moment. They're obviously on a bit of a slip and slide. This buy round was... I always feel like these ones are excusable to lose just because you don't have the full depth of your CT side. But then I also have this argument in my head like, it's Mirage, right? An AWP in the hands of wits, bit of extra utility, doesn't necessarily excuse getting absolutely wrecked like that on mid. But at the same time, they probably wouldn't have went for such an aggressive strategy had they have had that util and the extra weaponry to play around. Certainly had they have had an AWP to back them up in middle. So it's this juxtaposition of what you can really expect and what we saw. I think we're tied up, but at the moment, it just feels like Bren are playing better Counter-Strike, which is odd, because Checkmate have been my favorite outside of Vici.
Okay, don't ask me why I'm still Googling this, but Papy Chulo is a restaurant in the Philippines.
Okay, wait. So if they call it a restaurant,
and
Pimp
a restaurant,
Daddy.
and yeah, it's like
Welcome to Pimp Daddy.
so they have a it's oh wait, there's one in England,
or is it Welcome to Pimp Daddy?
I think it's a Mexican restaurant,
which
would
would mean
permanently closed.
Which would mean it's Spanish. Which would mean they've called their restaurant Pimp Daddy. What?
Food looks banging, to be fair.
Well, is that much of a surprise? Poor choice of words there, Tom. So, anyways, we're getting into Pistol Smith's CT side while Tom's talking about Pimp Daddies and banging. I think Checkmate will take the lead here before we see the real weapons come out from Bren. They've saved up some money on Wits, who's going to be pulling out that AWP.
There's also an L Papy Chulos.
What does that mean? The Pimp Daddy? The daddy of pimps?
I can drop them a message on
How's
Facebook
he just
if I
won that?
want.
How has he just gotten away with that? I'm here thinking about Papy's Chulos, and Micro's gotten in with a 3K. They had pistols. I think Micro had an M4 starting that one out. Saved over from the previous round. That's it. And Checkmate gave them every fight with the bomb planted. Just take a look at this replay. 4 versus 2, first of all. Micro gets a double. He falls back. And he just runs out and grabs that third. Why are they
Very
facing
nice.
like that? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I was 100% sure that round was over because it should have been over.
Well, let's see if Pimp Daddy can get anything done in this round. Sat underneath the Balk, it's Pro who comes under pressure first. And Papy Chulo's taking a lot of damage. Pro manages to line a couple up. I'll only get one, though. Wits is finally stepping up with this AWP, something we've spoken about throughout this series. He's got the T back in his name. Oh, the CTs have won the round. It's Bren. 11 up. They've managed to win one in the last off a big surprise. And now the T Money, which is also my rap name, are starting to struggle financially.
Oh, PGL, if you have time, if you have someone that's looking for something to do, can we please turn Tom Biz the Tank Engine into a rapper, into an album cover? That's what it is. I don't know what the name would be. T Money and the Crew.
But either that, or I could just steal an actual rapper's name and call myself Lethal Bizzle.
No, that's not as cool as T Money.
T Money.
You can just imagine you with chains on, a cap backwards, like, yo, what up, is T Money? Where I
Money
live,
is a rechargeable series of smart cards. Okay, well, that might be copyrighted. But either way, it's a 3-on-3 situation, bomb down, and a chance for Micro to be the hero once again. He's got Wits to support him with the AWP, hoping for a cheeky shot through the smoke, and the rotation coming in from Derek, who has pretty much been the highlight player throughout this series. Blitz on the edge of the smoke, which is, by the way, about to fade. From two different angles, he gets both? What? That doesn't make any sense. And now Derek, he's got no time. There's nothing he can do. He's got to fall back and hold on to the rifle. He's going to try and kill Blitz on the exit. Oh. Okay.
Well, he's lost his rifle. 11 to 10. It was an important round for Bren for sure. For the reason, obviously, when you look at the T's economy, they could have put them down on Eco, as you were saying before, Tom. And also, they don't have much cash. And for such a play by Blitz to be the thing that pulls them across the line, it's just sheer insanity. The individual plays that we've seen in this game have been pretty nuts. Even in the last two rounds, Micro and Blitz. The last three rounds, I should say. And with the pistols, Tom, I'm hoping we're just going to see a normal round. You know, Checkmate come in, they win the round cleanly, they lose maybe one, maybe two players, and equalize up that scoreline. But somehow, I can feel the Deagles. Oh, God, it's already started.
Oh, good. They got a trade. Derek? Oh, no. Done a lot of damage.
Spotted the player at top mid as well, so there's another CZ about to push him from down below and behind. They've grabbed the trade. Techno's low HP. This is so winnable.
Oh.
Smart decision.
Yeah, it looks like they've pulled out the flex tape. And they've managed to quell the early damage. And it's still going to be Checkmate taking the round.
That's a lot of damage. Like, being able to bring those two rifles over. I gotta respect the call there from Bren, because personally, I wanted to see them go for that. I'm like, oh, just roll the dice, just gamble, it's so easy to win. But they've definitely made the right decision, but from a viewership perspective, I wanted to see an attempt. And that's where most players, I would say actually some players, but in this region, most players will get carried away and be like, come on, we can win this, let's go. I'm not thinking about the ramifications if they lose, but these guys realize those rifles are too valuable to throw away on a 2v2 fight. Obviously not knowing how low Techno was.
11-11.
Look at the average HP, Tom. It's 11 to 11, and it's almost 1100, 1110 to 1110. We say 1100, right? Americans do, so 1110s. I don't know. I was trying to make a thing out of the scoreline, but the HP left at the end of the round is pretty much similar. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty much the same. All right, Tom, it hasn't gone according to plan. All right, let's move on. Let's get into the game. All right, let's make fun of some players. That's what we're here for. Don't laugh at me.
Oh, we're gonna see this again. Every time Rue did this, he died, but Techno is down and out. Wits is gonna have repositioned. Micro just about gets away with that kill, and it seems like this has ended up being a slaughter. Kaz low. Rue walking into the corner of a Molotov. He's given away his position. And although Micro gives away his life, it is going to be the lead reclaimed for Bren. Back and forth we go with the squad. And as I said, it's never really been anybody in a convincing lead in this map. There's an initial 5-0 start. Then what? A 9-6 half. A 9-9. And, well, as you can see, it's going all the way back.
Well, we've got ourselves the lead for Bren, and Checkmate not on the best of buys. It looks like they're still going in for it. Or not. Blitz has gone in, invested $4 grand. The rest of his team, note, taking out pistols. Now, Tom, normally we would say this is the hero rifle play, right? I don't know. He bought that up very quickly. And I reckon they've called a pause to then discuss, should we also buy up? I think that was trigger finger. Just seems odd that someone would buy the AK so quickly and everyone else would wait so long to take up pistols.
Who knows? Let's hope it was the plan. Positivity, right?
I've watched enough Counter-Strike. I've got a feeling he's messed up. Oh my god.
Dear. Nice shot from Hawk, another from Blitz.
Okay.
That's all part of the plan. Oh no, bro! Oh, he gets away with the second one. How? How?
Oh
He's gonna get the lot.
How's he done that?
Magic.
Checkmate got away with murder there, getting even towards the site in the first place, but oh man,
Why did he jump? Why did he go off the balk?
Why did he go off the balk? Why did his teammate not peek at the same time? These are the questions.
No, but like he could have just gone behind.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
There's a ladder.
I wish I knew the answer, Tom. I really do, but we can't be inside the players' heads because we would go mad. Now rifles come out for most players, a deagle for Blitz. It hasn't worked out terribly. Like, I don't disagree with them taking an AK in the previous round. I think it is a good hero rifle buy, but I just do not feel like that's like they had enough time to call it. It feels like they came out of the round and he just bought it and then went, oh wait, what? Do we not have money? Well, at least they've got their AKs now. The utility is, I mean, look at it. Just look at it. 20 seconds into the round, they've used up their smokes to get mid control and send one player down. They have to play direct. After giving up so much of their utility in that early round, surely they make a quicker play.
Okay, that actually worked out better than I thought it would. Techno with an entry alongside Kaz. Pro's going to come in on the rotation. Techno goes a little bit too far. Spam through, doing damage to both sides, but it's Pro who comes off worse for wear. Micro's been able to get back in, an instant headshot onto Hawk. A real chance in this round, but Blitz's flank with the pistol has actually done enough. Pro has no choice but to just try and save this AK, and it is going to go back again. No one taking convincing lead.
Back and forth we go. It is literally like a game of ping pong. We've been here so many times, Tom. Dinko's going to be exhausted by the time the BO5 comes around. And all this spare time on his hands. It's not all that's on his hands. But 13 to 12. We've got actually a lot less money for the CTs than I thought. You know, players like Pro and Wits have got quite a bit of cash, but the reinvestment, even Micro, I think, can afford to get a buy, but they'll have 2 players on weaker weapons. And I don't know if you'll really want to have that to invest in with those kind of conditions. I think this should just be pistols, to be honest.
Ah, why not? Go for it. Risk it for a biscuit. Caution to the wind.
Well, Pro has very selflessly dropped Papy Chulo an M4, and has taken an MP9 for himself, dropped over by his buddy Derek on a FAMAS. Yeah, it's not the worst. They've managed to get a kit out of this as well as an AWP on Wits. Okay. As long as Pro is comfortable in playing with that SMG, I don't see an issue.
Oh, here we go. Checkmate with a chance to get themselves right back into this one. It'll be a relatively aggressive CT side hold over the A ramp. Wits trying to find the pick. This time there's a smoke down though, so he's gonna have to fall back. Not gonna be able to have the same impact this time. And while the T's are mostly just cowering behind the box in top mid, maybe hoping that somebody will peek them in the window and give them a free kill. Seems like they're just trying to be patient, maybe waiting to see if anybody will push them this time, but eventually they begin setting up their smokes. Deep connector, window covered. They will have mid control once again. It is looking like this A setup. Now they have to be a little bit careful because this aggressive push could be everything. Pro has managed to find one, and the bomb can't really reface this. It needs to be somebody else helping out. Now, they haven't cleared Derek. They don't know he's here. If anything, that's the freebie. He knows where the bomb is. He knows where the last man is standing. It's all on Taru. Their money in his hands, and Derek's going to close it. I like the setup from Bren. It's a bit cheeky. Sure, it involves a fair few individual plays, but you're never going to expect Derek to be there after clearing that initial spot. So they've managed to give themselves a further advantage.
Well, Tom, are you in Bren's camp? Are you with them? You did call 2-1 at the start of this. You were in their favor. You saw them winning this map, and now they're 14 to 12 up. This is it's got to put a smile on your face, right?
Well, it could be worse. We could be witnessing this and then be Blair and also be wrong.
That is true. That is very true. I think I also picked Checkmate. No, wait, no, I didn't. I said Bren.
I think everybody said Bren except for Blair.
I wanted to pick Checkmate, but I couldn't justify being so ludicrous.
Well, it's not even that. It's just after they got banged 16-2. It's hard to... Well, it's basically hard to predict in their favor. They did much better, of course, but I think that was just because they started on the T side of train. The CT side still looked pretty poor. We're going to see a similar setup, but this time it's a bit more of a switch up of personnel and some slightly different positions. We have the AWP now on the A site, and it's Derek who's actually started things off with a pick. It's Kaz down and out, and this is actually almost a last hurrah, you could say. They've juggled weaponry over to make sure that there's an AK for Blitz and Rue. The remaining 2 players are on a Deagle no armor. This is not the way that Checkmate were hoping to go into round number 27. Papy Chulo's got a pretty good angle to pick anybody off who looks for the face. Rue does manage to cross past the AWP, but Papy Chulo finds the Palace man, and now, well, it becomes quite awkward, all pushing from the same angle. The rifles have fallen, and Blitz was meant to be coming in on a hot flank. Instead, he's the only man standing. It is 15 to 12. No money left for Checkmate, and we'll see if they can do it with the pistols.
Well, it's not the best of ways to try to fight for survival, is it, Tom? It's like being dropped into a medieval war ground with a toothpick. You could probably kill someone with it, but odds are you're going to get slapped before you even get a chance. Good nade, though. Wit's able to bail out alive, but he doesn't connect the shot. Returns a nade of his own, but it's only tickling damage that it gets done. For Checkmate, good map control. They've managed to close in the distance a little bit. Now it's time to try and connect some kills. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. We're here for the brutal blood sport that is Counter-Strike, and there you go, Derek. He's the one that's opening it up for Bren. He is isolated up close, and they'll want to deal with him, but he's got support of Micro just behind that smoke, who isn't even needed.
Still, Kaz will get one. Micro may be over-facing a bit. It's given a small window of opportunity for Checkmate. Chance to potentially rotate back. They're going to catch out Kaz, and now it's left all onto Rue. A freebie for the first. And now he's going to try and run the gauntlet. But is he going to go straight into the B site? No, he's not. He saw that one coming. He expected the rotation. And instead, will head into A. Eventually.
Sometime soon. For now, though, he's on that little walk down middle. Deagle in hand, looking for a head, but there's no one around to find. Bren are going to quickly realize that this has to be an A hit. And already that alarm bell is starting to ring. Wit's on his way through. I don't like that he's going alone on this. I really don't like it. This scares me. He's heard the steps. So now his teammate Pro picks up the pace, moves in towards short. He's not going to get there in time. Rue's already backed off. Distracted by the player in CT, which was the idea, so that Pro could catch him on a side swipe from short. And as Pro comes up the connector and looks for this final victim, Rue... Oh, he's walked right into the nade as well. That one hurts. The op takes him down, so the HP didn't even matter. And Bren, they walk away with 16-12 on map number 3. Checkmate. We're so close to closing it out, but in the end, not close enough.
Yeah, I feel like I've aged a few decades from watching this match, but it's Bren who are going to take themselves the 5th spot, and a big improvement from them across the previous PAL to this one. Obviously, for Checkmate, this is their first attempt at giving it a go, and they finished in the top 6. I don't think we can take anything away. They've got some work to do.